Hi everyone, it's me Mandy-Jane from Imagination Crafts, and today I want to share with you what we call cake board to art board. So I will be using our mixed media ink sprays in the gorgeous colours, three gorgeous. I'm using yellow, green and blue. I'm using structure paste, I am using starlight paints, and I am using acetate, and I'm also using brand new stencils. Now the brand new stencils are actually going to be with Sue on the ODS on the 31st of August. So you are getting a sneak peek before anyone else does. We haven't even popped it. Sue hasn't even posted it yet, but she's given me kind permission to share it with you. Okay, so we are working with brand new stencils, and you are going to love, love, love the new designs because I think they're absolutely fabulous. If you like your mixed media and you like to play with lots of bits and pieces, then these stencils are going to be for your craft stash. You're going to want these, okay? So what I thought I'd do though is I am going to show you the piece we are making today. So I've done a nice step-by-step tutorial for you, and just a little bit of fun. But I love to, as you know, I'm a blue and green girl, so you can guess what colour it's going to be. And I've given you sneak peeks on there already with a brand new stencil. But I thought with a little bit of dimension, so that's what I really want to do today. So I have it on my lap, I'll get it out for you now. Okay, so here we go. I hope you can see it okay. Hey Cleo! So we are working with brand new, hide my face, brand new stencils. Look at this, absolutely fabulous designs. Look at those, you love your circles. Hi Emma! And we've got part of an old one, but this beautiful lettering here, new stencil, brilliant circles here, brand new stencil for you. These dragonflies and the butterfly, brand new stencil for you. You are going to love, love, love this. And of course we've used the inks on here. I've used one of the older stencils, but I know it's in stock. I have checked on the Crafts Companion website, and these we've used beautiful starlights on here. I'm going to have to turn it. You have to bear with me. I've actually bought new lights today, and we're getting used to them, so bear with me on this, but at least you can see better when I'm working on it, okay? But if I tip it up, this is the bit you're going to love. These butterflies and things are away up from your canvas. You see that? Hey Sonia, see how raised they are? And we've got that, look at them, flutter, 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 look at that. Movement as well. Hey Tricia. So we've got lovely acetate there, we've got beautiful starlights, lovely texture, brilliant colours from the really, really intense colours from our mixed media sprays. So it's just a little bit different today. I just thought I just love the dimension on there. And you're actually going to, hi Catherine, how are you, my lovely? See, lovely, isn't it? So I'm going to get crafting straight away because I don't want to hang around because this is absolutely fabulous, isn't it? Okay, so I'm going to pop that down, pop it over there, and I'm going to bring the camera down. But nothing happens at all until I've got my seers on. There you go, seers on. I'm quite tired actually. I went to a school reunion for 39 years. I went to see girls and boys just school with, and I had fabulous times. So if any of you are watching, hello, and it was great to see you again. Okay, I'm going to pop it down here now. Hiya Louise. Hi Lorraine, thank you for joining me. Oh, hello Sheila. There you go. So, I'm hoping you can see it nice and clearly. What I'm going to also try and do is I'm going to try and get it live on my screen to the side, which I never usually manage to get because I'm absolutely useless with techie stuff. So at least I can read your comments a bit better because I can't actually see them on the screen. Once I tilt my camera down, it's very hard for me to read your comments because it's too far down for me. Okay, so let's get going, okay? So I'm going to show you these stencils first. You have to exclude, I've already taped mine off ready, but these stencils, let me see if I put a bit of cloth behind them. You might be, no, you won't be able to see, that's just rubbish. Silly Mandy, don't do that, it should be black. So here we are. Look at this brand new stencil. Hi, you Katie. So we got, look at this. We've got cog styles in there. We've got fancy swirls in here. We've got this beautiful dotty design down here. We've got this gorgeous writing, more swirls. And look at down here, beautiful roses, cogs, beautiful writing, a little bit of more dots down there, and this beautiful, beautiful dragonfly. And look at the detail on that. You've got stars on here, you've got circles. That is really, really useful. It's gorgeous, isn't it, Louise? I told you you're gonna love this. And then the next one, again, if I have taped it off already. Look at this. If you love your circles, look at those beautiful circle details here. You've got a half circle here. We've got some beautiful line work. Hiya, Janet. Beautiful line work down here. Look at this grid down here. It's gorgeous. Like oh, I want to say Hessian sort of look. You have got other little butterflies here. I'm afraid I have to take them over because I don't need them for this project. And again, more of this beautiful corner up here. I mean, that, just on its own, a corner or something. Hiya, Sylvia. I know, it's gorgeous, isn't it? Oh, hi, Judith. I haven't seen you for ages. How are you, my lovely? And then we've got this. I mean, beautiful, beautiful butterfly. A really usable size. Great. Hiya, Dawn. Great for your card making, your scrapbooking. Great for on your fabric as well. Again, these are such great stencils to use, okay? So, what we start with, oh, I better show you this one, because I mean, this is one of my favourites. And it's our bubble bath stencil, nice A4, okay, great to hide in your stash as well. Oh, Emma, I am telling you, they are beautiful. I quite agree with you. Oh, Cleo, I'm sorry if it's frozen. I hope it comes back again, okay. But this again, very useful stencil. If you get this in your stash as well, we're going to use this as well. So first of all, I'm all over the place. I'm so excited about this launch. It's amazing because today's going to bring you lots of Starlight paints in the launch. In sets of 10. There's a beautiful Starlight range of colours. I say that because I chose the colours. Right, so what I started with was cake board. Bog standard cake board. Okay, I didn't have any canvas, but I had cake boards. I've always got these. They're cheap to get hold of if you want a circular. For my square ones, I always use the ones from our range, again with the journals as well, but this is just for this project. I thought it was a bit of fun. So you can recycle. One of the ladies said on the when she pinned back on the message I was doing the show, you can recycle your cake boards, make them into art. Why not? So put that to one side. So all you do, first thing you do, is we're going to gesso it. So just put a nice coat. I mean, on here, this is 2 coats of gesso, 2 coats of our white gesso. Okay, so just to give it a nice base, because we want to take that shininess off it. Of course, you could stencil straight on top and use the back, either the silver or the gold, as your background to work on, you know. So, first stage, we're going to gesso it. So we've done that, and we're going to dry that. Then what I've done is I have started stenciling it, but I'm taking, so we're going to use our structure paste. And I know you love the structure paste out there. I know so many thousands of people use this. It's beautiful paste, it's smooth. It's got a lovely consistency with it. I'm going to get some out for you now so you can see. It's a beautiful, smooth consistency. It's quick drying, one of the quickest drying ones on the market. It's got real marble dust into it. So what that means is it dries quicker and it will take the colour, true colour, what you put on, it will take the true colour of it. Some pastes are quite a yellowy colour, and sometimes you have to, it doesn't get the true pigment of the colour coming through, whereas this one does. It really is good. So we're going to be using our structure paste, okay, and you'll need a palette knife, okay. So I've already began stenciling this because I want to make sure I get all of the details in for you. Can you see the depth in this stencil? The Mandy-Jane designed them so well that you get the depth with the stencil as well. I've got this beautiful, start off with the circles. There you go. Okay, so the circles are from the butterfly stencil. And then I've started with the writing here. This is from the dragonfly stencil. Okay, so I'm just going to continue adding a little bit more. Okay, so what I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to take my bubble stencil. Okay, now if you've got your, I'm just putting a little bit of spray adhesive on the back a little bit. So if you've got your stick and spray, the purple one from Crafts Companions, ideal for this job, okay? So what I'm going to do, I just want to get some bubbles in the centre. I'm not really worried where they're going to go. I just want some centre detail for down here. So you take your structure paste and you're using the back of the palette knife, okay? You're always going to apply it with the back of the palette knife, and we're going to smooth it through here. So again, pop it on, and I'm just going to smooth it on to the areas. And then if there's an area where I get it, but I don't want it, I'll show you after, so we can take that off before it dries. So we're going to smooth it through our beautiful bubble bath stencil. It's one of those sort of stencils, you know, you've always got in your stash. And that's what I love about this one. It's something, just add a little bit of detail in the background. It's not overpowering, and you can use as little or as much of it as you want to. And I just pick out areas that I actually want down here. Okay, maybe some down there. Trying to avoid the stencil I already have. And I'm going to add some stenciling around here, so I don't want to compromise any of those areas there. Okay, so I'm not worried either if it's not too smooth. Oh, add some more texture for me. Okay, so let's lift this stencil off now. I'll pop it to one side. And can you see beautiful bubble texture? Now there's a couple of little areas that I won't want on there. They don't look finished enough for me. So all I'm going to do is just take, while it's still wet, take your palette knife or take a cotton bud, anything, and just take away those little areas that you don't want on there anymore. Okay. Okay, so where I've gone over slightly, I'll just take those off. Okay. I'm just going to spin it. I'm just going to show you so I can take off these little areas here because they're a little bit too straight for me. Alright, so that's our bubbles. Beautiful stencil. Now what I'm going to do, and I'm going to do this carefully because I have all done this already. I'm going to take this beautiful butterfly stencil. Beautiful, and these circles are so useful. I absolutely adore these circles. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to pop just a little bit of detail down on here. Okay, just on my edge. I'm avoiding my bubbles. I've already sprayed this stencil, and I don't want to take that other circle. I just want a little bit of, and I'm just adding detail to the edge of my canvas now. Okay, so these are all your background features. So my main ones are here, and these are just my edging. I mean, you could stamp over, you know, do stamping across the edging. I like to use all my stencils. Take off your excess, your palette knife, pop it back in the pot. Okay, so that's that bit. Then I think I want a bit more of a circle here. So because I'm holding it up, let me move that around 2 seconds. How about I turn it this way so you can see? That's better, isn't it? So I'm going to pop it down there. I'm avoiding the wet. But if I go into it, it doesn't really matter to me. Okay. You'd probably take your time to dry it in between. So I'm just going to pop some around this circle here. Okay. And look how smooth this paste goes through. It's an amazing consistency. Okay, again, I'm taking off any excess around there. Anything extra, scrape off back into your pot as long as it is wet. You don't want any dry paste in that pot because it'll just give you lumps and it won't go on smooth and it'll ruin your paste. So we have got so far, we've put our bubbles on and we've added these extra details. I'm going to add a bit more writing on this one. So I'm just going to give that a quick wipe over with my baby wipe because we need that again. Okay. Like I say, at home, you'll be able to do it quite in your basin with your water. Just pop them into a bit of water. Okay. There we go. So pop that there because we're going to need that again. Now I'm taking this dragonfly stencil. Oh, I love it. Look at, I mean, the delicate detail in there. And it's masculine, it's feminine, it's everything you want. I just think it's gorgeous. So we're going to use this little bit of writing down here, which I've retaped off here and here because I don't want any of the detail around it. So what I'm going to do, you can see there, try and keep it straight-ish. I'm going to pop that down. I only want a little bit on the outside here. So I'm just avoiding my bubbles again. I'm taking my paste and I'm just smoothing it across. You don't need to push it. What it is, because the paste is heavier, it's automatically going to, she says. You know what I've done? Look, I put acetate on it. That's for later, but look at that. Perfect on your acetate. Look at that. Brilliant, isn't it? There's a technique I didn't even know I was going to show you. Okay, right then. Should we do it again? So we're going to pop down my stencil. It made me giggle anyway. So, and I had enough paste on there already. I'm just going to smooth that paste through there. Okay. Waste not, want not. I can use that for another project. So there we go. So we've got our bubbles. We've got our writing from our dragonfly. And we've got our lovely circles from our butterfly. So if I pop that side to dry then. Again, anything that's wet, back in my jar. Quick clean up. And I want to wipe that off. If any time you don't wipe it off and it dries a little bit, don't panic. Please don't panic. What you need to do is soak them in water. If you get one of these biological soakers, you can get all different makes. Put that in the water, soak it in, and the paste will soak off. I leave it overnight and it'll go, okay? So never panic you think you've left something on. So if we pop that aside to dry, I already got one dry for you. I'm going to pop that on my trolley. That'll be someone's present. And here we go. So this is it all dry. I'm hoping I won't be able to see. Look at that texture. Can you see it? The depth of that texture with those gorgeous stencils. I'm absolutely loving these new stencils. And we get to sneak peek before anyone else. So I hope you're as happy as me, because I had to ask Sue nicely. She said yes. Okay. So pop the lid on there. Always clean it off your spatula. You don't want it to dry on your spatula. But don't panic again. If you get it stuck on, all you're going to do is take another spatula. I'm going to put it here, you can see. And you just go into, go left and paste in there. Look, you just go into scrape it off one against the other. Okay. Now always make sure the back of your spatula is nice and clean, because that is what we smooth it on with, and we don't want any lumps and bumps on that, because it just get caught in your stencil. Okay. So here we are. Here we are. It's me trying to sound posh. Here we are. Ready to go. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take some kitchen roll. Here's some I've prepped already. The reason is I haven't got a spraying booth big enough to accommodate my canvas. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spread some kitchen roll over my work surface. There we go. And hopefully I won't go too mad with my spraying. Okay. So there we go. So pop that back on. And we have our sort of spraying booth ready for you to go. Okay. Next, what I'm going to do, I am working with a, oh, there we go. I'm going to hold it like that. It's called light blue and light green. I think it's light green. Is it green? Oh no, it's green. I told a little fib. It's light blue and it's green. I'm working with, and I'm also working with the yellow from our range of mixed media ink sprays. These are really high pigmented. They're brilliant, and again with these you can dispense into another bottle, you can add water, and you can make them into different colours again, and they're fully intermixable. And if you get the white, is what we call the magic bullet, and that then makes every one of these a different colour, and because they mix, you can make your own colour palette. They're absolutely brilliant. Okay? And you can use these to colour up your pastes. So don't worry, I paint with these as well. I get great skin tones with the orange and the white together. So don't, you know, play with them. They are fantastic. So here's our canvas ready to go. What I'm going to do first of all, oops, because I have no water spray. I normally spritz with water. So first of all, I've got my yellow. Okay, I'm just going to spray it to the side to make sure. So I'm going to give this a spray of the yellow, and look at this vibrancy in this colour. Can you see the vibrancy? I think it's a stunning colour. Now, I am a blue and green girl. I keep telling everyone this, and it is very true. I am. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop on here. Hi Brenda. Oh, I'm glad you had a lovely day. Thank you for joining me. So I'm adding the blue now. Now, as you can see, as I go in the yellow, I'm getting this beautiful shade of a lime green. Okay. Up here, I'll add more blue, but that beautiful shade there. Oops, this is me. Of the blue. Okay. But what I can also do is I can take the green. Let me just check that as well. There we go. Take the green and I can add in a darker bit there. But what I do is I play with these, and I might add a little bit more yellow. Now, what I would do is I would dry this. Okay, we're going to leave it on because we're going to move on to something else. But I am going to dry this quite quickly for you. I am putting heat gun on. I have gone for heat gun, not hairdryer this time, so at least you can still hear me. So you can dry this as it is, okay, as is, all right? And then what we're going to do is we're going to add in a second layer of colour. Now with the second layer of colour, it really pumps it up and it gives that beautiful rich tone. So these you layer, they're transparent colours, but you layer one colour on top of the other of its own colour, self-colour, and it will actually enrich that colour. It will add depth and tone to that colour, and that's what I absolutely love about these sprays. The way you can play with the colours, play with the depths and tones of each colour individually. Okay, so I just wanted to dry this yellow part just to show you, because then what we'll do is I'll leave the rest to dry. I'm going to do some drippage, as I like to call it, a bit of drippage in a minute. Okay, so I wanted to dry off the yellow slightly because I want to intensify that yellow before I tip it up and give you some drippage, okay? Now I was going to do this ahead of time, but I really wanted to for you to see it drying and how the colours pump themselves up with this. I like to normally let it dry naturally. And the reason is, when you let it dry naturally, as most inks, it will be more vibrant. The heat tends to, I find, I don't know if everyone's saying, I find dulls the colour slightly, but it's still a beautiful, beautiful, intense colour. So there we have that with the yellow as it is. What I'm going to do, I'm going to add another layer of yellow. Okay, so this is where, see, I'm building the yellow on top of the yellow. And look at the intensity of this colour building as we do it. And what I'm also going to do now is I'm going to start tilting my colour up. Okay. And what I do then is I tilt this slightly forward, take off the drips on the side, slightly forward. That's just how I do it, rather than getting too many dark edges. Can you see? Beautiful, beautiful colours. I might want to add a little bit more blue, you know, around here. A bit more blue, I think. There we go. Again, I'm going to tilt it forward just to catch that extra on the edges there. I am just going to tilt that forward there, and then it's not going to run on my desk. It's simple as that. All right. So whilst that's drying a bit more, I'm going to leave that to dry a little bit more on its own. Okay. But I still think, I still think we need a bit more colour further down. I think I need a bit more around here. A bit more colour. Sorry, I keep playing with this. I should just let it go. Okay. And I want a bit more. There we go. So I'm getting my drip there on the edge. This time, I'm going to leave that to dry a bit more on its own. So let's move on to something else, she says. Okay. You just move my stencil. 2 seconds. Move this out of the way for you. You don't want to see dirty towels. There we are. Nice clean work surface. Now what we're going to do now is we're going to prepare our dragonflies and our butterflies. Use that. So what I actually use, I mean, I've just got, I love, I've got a lid there without a bottle. Make sure you put lids on, it keeps them from drying out. I've got a piece of watercolour card, and I love the Crafts Companion watercolour card. I've used it for years. It's just my choice of cardstock. And I'm going to use, now that I've done my stenciling, I'm going to take off this. I don't really need that on there now. Okay, and I'm going to take off this bit here because it's the butterfly I am actually after. So we are going to use our gorgeous Starlight paints. Now I've got 3 colours here with me today. I have got amethyst, blue. Okay, so I've got, hope you can see, I've got the amethyst, I've got the gorgeous just blue, and then I've got this colour is amazing. Okay, this is the emerald. This has got tones of blue and gold in it. It is a stunning colour, and it really does look like dragonfly wings. It's one of my favourite colours. I don't know where I'd be without it, because I do love it. So, just undo these now. Now I've got enough paint, I'll show you now, in my lids. You see, I got enough paint in my lids to do what we need to do. It takes very, very little paint. This paint goes an awful long way, okay? You get some brilliant results with it, but it does go a long way. So I'm going to take some of my brushes. I've got just 3 of my just stippling stencil brushes, just how I prefer to work with them. Okay, so I'll use the colours I have used on them before. So what I'm going to do now, what we do is, we are going to pop them on. Like I said, I'll just get spray on that for you. I put it on earlier on, let's come off. Okay, so you've got your stick and spray on the back of that. I'm just going to pop it down. Okay, and there, I mean, you can, the detail is amazing, really is. So what we're going to start off with, I'm going to use the blue. So I've got the blue on my brush. I am using my mat again to take off some of that because I don't want it to go through heavy. The reason why I don't want it to go through heavy is I don't want it to go underneath my stencil and bleed. Okay, so we are going to just really, really quickly go through. And you can swirl it, but what I always recommend when you've got a stencil that's so detailed like this, you don't want too much to swirling because you might catch the stencil and tear it. Okay, So we're going down there. I'm taking the green now. This is the emerald. Absolutely gorgeous colour. And I'm just going to come out here. I'm hoping, I will hold it up for you now, and you'll see the beautiful gold sheen. It's such a beautiful colour. Great if you like your seascapes, great if you like your sort of mermaidy scenes or your seahorse scenes. I mean, we've got a cracking little stencil. We used to have a 6x6, I think it's still, of a seahorse. I'm not sure if it's in stock at the moment, so let's see. So I'm just doing lots of light tapping, not too much paint on my brush, because it's better to build it up. And I'm just going over to blend those two colours in. Okay, and I'm going to add a little bit down the body as well. Okay, so again, nice and easy to do. And when I pop this off now, you're going to see, you're going to be wowed by this now, because this is what we're going to cut out. I'll put it the right way for you. I mean, look at that. And can you see the shimmer? I'm sorry about the strobing, this is my thing. Can you see that beautiful, beautiful shimmer and that green? You can actually see the gold in the green. Look at that beautiful, beautiful shimmer from our starlights, because remember, they contain the real metal flakes, and that's what gives it that starlight flash, as we always call it. Beautiful. So I do two of those, two of the dragonflies, and then I've got this beautiful butterfly. Okay, I've already sprayed this one. Now I'm going to use the green. Let me put my blue brush away, so I'm going to pick up the wrong one. And my beautiful, beautiful amethyst. This is a gorgeous colour. I think this is one of Sue. Sue loves this colour. There we go. My mum loves this colour. I don't know what it is. She's always loved lilacs, purples, you know, these sort of colours. Mauve, and she absolutely loved this colour. So again, I'm just popping it down the centre of my butterfly. Okay. And then I'm bringing in the green one now. Again, I'm taking lots of light tapping. Or this one, because it's not so detailed, you could swirl it, no problem, that one. Okay, so we just swirl some colour in, just in case, you know, I know some people find the tapping if they've got bad wrists or something, but there you go. And I'm going to add a little bit more amethyst on this. There you go. A little bit more amethyst, and I'm not taking any more green paint. I'm just going to blend that so you get a soft line and not a harsh line, and a little bit down that body. So you get a nice blend, a nice soft blend of those beautiful colours there. So if I take this off now, can you see? I'm put it the right way for you again. Look at that beautiful amethyst and that green. They look so gorgeous together. Okay. I'm going to put it up there. I do apologise for the strobing. It's new lighting and we are trying to sort it out. I think it's a position on my desk to be more than anything. Okay, so we've got that beautiful, beautiful colour there. Okay, look at that starlight flash again. So again, I do two of those, and then you're going to cut them out. Okay, here we go. So here they are. I've already cut them out. And all I've done here is I've edged these with gold wax. Okay, so I've used the Starlight white gold, and I've edged, can you see, the whole of it in the Starlight gold on both of them. Your next stage is you're going to use acetate. So I'm going to pop that over so you can see. So we're going to do this. These paints now go onto glass, they go onto glass, acetate, everything. So we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to pop it down because I want to show you how it beautifully takes up on the acetate. Again, a light coating of the paint, and then I'm just going to tap through onto the acetate. And this time I actually mean to work on it unlike I did earlier on. There you go. Oh, I'm glad you agree, Sylvia. Blues and greens are all for me, but everyone likes different colours, don't they? Everyone's got their favourite. So then again, I'm using, there we go, I'm tapping this onto here. And we're blending it on. This is onto acetate. So imagine it's on your vases, onto your glasswork, onto your you know, fancy jewellery boxes. Absolutely beautiful. There you go, okay? And remember, these are all water-based products, okay? They're non-toxic and they're water-based. They clean up beautifully. They mix together beautifully. So again, your starlights, you get a set of starlights and you've got infinite amount of colours because you can make your own colour palette. Okay, but they are water-based paints. Okay, there we go. I think we'll add a bit more. So when you're working onto acetate or glass, it's better to add thin layers rather than one thick layer. You get a better result. So you can use your sponge, blender sponges, or you can use your slipping brush. I prefer the brush. I think Sue prefers the uses the foam. Okay. So when you work on glass and acetate, just apply a few thin, very thin coats, and you'll soon get the effect on there. Okay. So if I pop that off the acetate now, okay. Can you see? So right on the acetate there, and that's the oh, look at that. Can you see that? Even on the acetate, and that dries really quickly. Okay, beautiful, and it's very flexible. It won't ping off or peel off. So you can have it either the starlight side, or you can have it and have it your full acetate. Today I am using it on having the starlight because I want the texture on top of it as well. And by using the stippling brush or a sponge and pouncing, what you're actually doing is the more you pounce, the more you bring the real metal flake that's in the paint to the surface. So the more pouncing, the more sparky you'll get. So that's how you can get different effects with it as well. Okay. So again, I've done one for the butterfly and one for the dragonfly. Let me just show you them here. Okay, so here they are. You can't really see them that well, but here they are, lovely, cut out. And what I've done also there, I've edged them with my, can you see the gold? I've edged that again with the starlight waxes onto the edge of my acetate. So I get a lovely little ping of colour around the edge as well. Okay, so that's our butterflies. Now we're going to build them up. Let me just move my paint so I don't put my arm on them. I don't know if anyone noticed last week I had on the show, I had paint, when doing the Shanda shows, I had paint all the way up my blue, all the way up my arm. People were commenting on it because I just didn't realise I'd done it. So there we go. So just clean it up again. Nice easy clean up, or if you want to put that into journal, spritz it with water and make your journal backgrounds. Okay. I'm just going to pop my brush into water. Okay. I don't want the paint to dry onto my brushes. Again, no, if you do have a problem, soak them in the biological soaker, then you'll be fine. It'll come off. Okay, so we've got our butterfly and our dragonflies. Now, I know technically, okay, I know that technically, hiya Jan, oh hiya Sue, glad you like the colours. So technically, I looked up, a dragonfly has 4 wings, but in my world, it has 6. Okay, so we've got 6 wings on our dragonfly. What I've also done with the dragonfly, excuse me stretching across the camera, is I've actually done an extra body as well. So I've stenciled through again, just the centre part, and cut an extra body, and I've edged him again with the starlight waxes on there. I've done the same with the two butterflies. So I got my Mandy-Jane glue. The reason why I love this glue, the Mandy-Jane, is because it's a quick grab, it's a good glue, it holds its form if you want to add your artsy stones and anything to your projects, and this is really does, says that it bonds, and it's a good, very, very good glue. Okay, so let's just build my butterflies up. Oops, see, too much, I just get the excess off the back of my hand. Just pop that down on top of there. Okay, I mean it's nice, simple, and we can shape it afterwards. And then I have my acetate butterfly. Pop a little bit of glue down the centre because this does dry. It dries clear, this glue. Okay, so I'm just going to pop that down, place it down there. There you go. And I'll leave that to, oh, she says, place it on there, and she's placed it upside down for what I wanted. But not to worry, we'll still use it as it is. So I've actually put it on the opposite way around to what I wanted, but it doesn't matter. Okay, so it's not matched perfectly. There we go. Beautiful. And now I'm going to do the same with the dragonfly. Our 6-winged dragonfly. I also, it's my project. It's my project. I can do what I like. So I'm going to pop that on top. That one there. Nice and easy. Okay. This one, this time, I'm going to pop up the right way. But this, because you're not going to see it, I'm going to cover this one. So I'm just popping a little bead of glue down the centre there. And I'm popping this with my Starlight up. Okay, not my shiny acetate. Just pop him on there. Okay. There we go. And then I'm going to pop my body on onto the centre to finish my dragonfly. Hold on. Because whilst that's drying, we'll move on to what we're going to do with the next bit. So we haven't shaped the wings yet, but the wings will be shaped afterwards. So once that's all shaped up, we have our two main elements for our project. Okay. We pop them aside just for now. Put my lid on my glue. I don't want that drying up. Again, Mandy-Bond's really, really good glue. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring in the cake board. And we're going to give that a quick dry before we start adding our details. Okay. So I'm hoping you could see how pretty the starlights were. And especially on the acetate. I love to work on acetate. I love to work with them on glass, plastic, you name it, because you can get something that's relatively inexpensive and you can make it look like $1 million. $1 million because of that starlight flash on there. Okay. But these new stencils, I'm absolutely loving these new stencils. You know. It's that song, I Love the Shape of You, isn't it? That's what I like about these stencils. Okay. So we're nearly there, it's nearly dry there. Extra bits there, I'll just take those off. Just so we can work on it. There we go. Nearly dry, nearly dry, nearly dry. What we're going to use next though, is I'm taking now the black Starlight wax. She says, when she can find it. Ooh, there we go. And we're going to use this as a paint. Okay. So I want to show you as many different ways you can use our products, Imagination Craft products, as you can. Because we like our products to be multi-use. We like them to be multi-use on different surfaces. We like you to be able to mix them together. We like them to be able to use with already the materials you've already got at home. So we like you to be able to get fantastic value out of our products. There we go. Okay. There we go. That'll be dry enough for what we need. So I have my black Starlight wax. I'm going to take, she says, a small paintbrush. It's just a small paintbrush I got there. But what I do have here, she says, I was trying to be organised. It's not actually happening that well, I'll be honest. I have these. Everyone, I mean, if you do blending of pencils, if you do metal, soft metal work, which I may bring into a project because we can use Starlight paints on that, we are using the paper stubs. Nice, easy way to get soft blended colour with our project. So, I want to highlight some areas. I think I'm just going to have to draw it a tiny bit more here. I'm going to highlight, or not even highlight, shadow some areas to pick out the beautiful details in my stencils and to create a really lift the background away, lift the stencil shapes, the new ones, away from the surface. So we're creating multi-dimension, and this time by the multi-dimension we're creating it with the black wax to actually bring it up from the surface. Okay. There's gorgeous colours as they are. There we go. There we go, there we go. Okay, so I'm just going to damp my brush. I always have a damp baby wipe when I'm doing this, because just to clean my brush off as we're going along. I'm going to take a little bit of my black wax, which I'm running very low of, Sue. I know, I always mention it on here, and it usually just arrives in the post. She's very good to me, very good to me. So what I'm going to do is I am taking some of the black wax. I'm taking off any excess on here, but I'll show you what we're going to do with that now. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to start highlighting around the edge of our circles. Okay, don't worry. My hand's shaking. Can you see it shaking? I don't know why. Okay, but I also use the damp baby wipe, my paper stub, onto the damp baby wipe so that I can build these colours up as I'm going. Okay, I don't want any harsh lines at the moment. I say at the moment because we will add in, yeah. But these paper stubs, can you see how it just makes it, can you see how it's popping out? It just softens it round. And then I'm sort of not overcommitted with being too dark around my circle. You know, I can choose where it's going to go. So I damp paper stubs. Okay. I used to use these a lot with my Spectrum Noir pencils to blend them in with my blending fluid. I use them for everything. They're great for soft metal work as well. So if you put an embossing folder in and you maybe down on one, you've gone and squashed one piece, just use this with an embossing folder. Great. Okay. So there we go. That's how we create. Can you see? I'm just gonna blend around there. Oh, there's me. Didn't let it dry long enough. I peel some of my paint off. It'll add to the look though. I'm not going to worry about that. Okay. Because I'm doing the damp baby white. I mean, I've got to be honest. Sometimes it's just a, a wet finger. I'm going to be honest. Okay. So you could smear it around with that, but I like to get it right into my detail here. Okay. I just yeah. It's amazing. I'm just thinking now, really, this could be a space scene, couldn't it? These could be planets. This could be a space odyssey for your liking, whatever you want to do with it. Because you've got stars on the stencils as well. So you can make this a beautiful galaxy effect on here. You know, I think I may do that. There you go. Make it a beautiful, beautiful galaxy effect on here. And look, it's stunning. It does look like planets, doesn't it? You could realign the planets. Okay. But you can see, there we go, how quick you can do this. You're going to take more time. Okay, I'm just showing you how to do it because I don't want you to sit there and think, I don't want to watch it doing all these circles. But can you see how you're now creating 3D depth just by adding some of the black Starlight wax around as a paint, really. And we're just creating lots and lots of shadows and things around there here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some around my main areas of elements here of our brand new stencil, so you can, yeah, I'm just doing it nice and gentle. There you go. See, and you can blend out the edge. There we go. So we're just starting. I'm hoping you can see how the depth is building on here. Alright, I shan't do it all, and I want to get most of my areas highlighted for you, just to show you how quick and simple it is, and how these new stencils are going to work for you in your projects. Absolutely love them. How's that looking? Is that looking yet? Can you see that? That's great. Okay. There we go. So just pop some around my main areas up here. Again. Let's mix that one in a bit more. There we go. Damp paper stub. Mix it round. There we go. Can you see? And then blend out any harsh lines. That's looking fab. There we go. I'm just doing it, just trying to speed it up for you here. Right then. So I'm going to use a bit of a wet finger quickly there to blend that round. Okay, so you get the idea of how we pop in our detail out from the back. So you just add the shadow where you want it. Look at that. See how dimensional that really is popping out now, just because we've added some black wax just to the one side. So the fun bit now, she says, what we're going to do is we're going to add some wax around the outside as well. Okay. Now remember what I said, if you've been watched before, if you have problems with adding waxes, use your ring finger, because that's the one you can add least pressure to. So once you've finished all your circles, okay, you're going to add around the edges, you see, and this will pulls you into, I always say it pulls you into the story. So it's pulling us into that story that you've created with your stencil work and your elements. It really does pull us in to that story and makes everyone part of it, because your focus is when you darken the edges or when you add your waxes, either the gold or the black, it actually pulls a focus, whoever's looking at it, into the centre of your piece. Okay. So I'm just going around really quickly with this, just to give you a highlight around the edge. Okay, and don't forget, while this is still wet, this wax, okay, while it's still wet, if you make a mistake, you can take it off. Okay, so while it's still wet, look, I can take that off and fix it. Okay, what I'm also going to add on is I'm going to add on a little bit of the gold. Okay, there we go. Because I've got gold in, you don't want to do what I've just done there and put black into your pot. This is why I don't normally do it from the pot. There we go, that's better. Let's do it the way I'm supposed to be doing it. And then I'm adding some gold on top, because I love the black and the gold added together, because it gives it sort of a vintagey, more of a tarnish look. There we go. So just rubbing that around just to give us focus on the outside, and pull us into our, a bit more black on that bit. There we go. And pull us into that story. So I don't know if you can see it. Look at that. It's, you can watch. Oh, there you go. Right around the edge. Okay. Right, I'm not wasting that. It's going back in my pot. Right, just wipe this up. I'm popping that back in there. There we go. Okay. So you carry on to do all the detail onto the front. The fun bit. Okay. It's a nice short tutorial today. Fun bit is we're going to shape our pieces in a minute, but what I also have here we go, I have a brush and I have some soldering wire, little pot of soldering wire I got. So what I did was I'm going to pull out a couple of strips of this soldering wire. I'm going to use my scissors. It's very soft, it's not going to damage my scissors. Okay, so again I'm pulling out a couple of lengths of this wire that my poor husband had to find for me. There we go. Okay, so we've got 2 pieces of the wire and I've got my brush. So I'm just going to wind that around, keeping that end flat. Just going to wind it around my brush. Okay, and just making a little coil. Okay, so we've made ourselves a little, can you see it, a little spring there. So I'm just going to do the same with the other one now. Okay, this is a fun element to it. So I'm going to go around my brush. Okay, so I'm winding it around, leaving the 2 little ends out there. Okay, so we can adjust it up and down if we want to. So there we've got our 2 little springs. What are you going to do then? Because this is a cake board. That's all it is, cake board. Decide where you want your elements. Okay, oops, you can see. So we're deciding where we want to place our elements. And then what I'm doing is I am poking a hole, there we go, through the centre, she says. There you go, 1. And then I'm going to pop another one here. There we go. Poker tools are fantastic for things like this, aren't they? Okay, so we've got 2 holes. Simple, she says. Oh yeah. So what happened was we will thread through our hole. Okay. This is how you'll do it. We will thread through the hole. Okay. On each side. And that will be, what we'll do then, while we're fiddling with our butterflies, I'm just whipping those around. So you can see, that is how we've attached our springs. Okay. Hi Patricia. Oh, hi Marianne. Hi Erica, how are you? Thanks all for watching. I'm just going to pop in the gun while I'm waiting for that. My glue gun, that'll heat up nicely whilst we're waiting for that. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue those to make sure they stay. So I just pop that there 2 seconds. So here we got our gorgeous dragonfly and butterfly. So from that stencil, from Sue's brilliant new stencils, we have created our own 3D elements, our 3D embellishments. And we've used acetate, we've used the starlight paints, we've used the waxes to create this. So now I'm just bending over my acetate, just popping it over against the body of the dragonfly. Okay, And then I'm going to start popping up the wings to wherever you want them. So you just shape them to whatever you want, okay? But this is where we get that beautiful shimmer from our starlights now. Because once you add shape into it, it's just going to catch the light beautifully. And I mean, and this is I just love this design. I think it's an amazing design. I've been waiting for beautiful designs. Well, we don't have beautiful designs, because we do. But I just love anything that flies, that floats. So now, there you go. So with our 6-winged dragonfly, not 4, we've created depth, lift, movement. So where the acetate is, and we've got beautiful shine and shimmer. So I'm going to do the same with the butterfly. Okay, so let's just bring those wings, bend them over first of all. Whoops, she says. Glue's not quite dry on that. But we're going to work with it. And again, with the wings, a little bit of shaping. I'm just finger shaping with my, with my fingers, strange enough. I know, thanks. Hiya, Pauline. Oh, it's so long since I've seen you, my lovely. We're gonna have to meet up. I keep missing you at all the shows, so but thank you for coming to come see me. Say hello. There you go. So we have now got our beautiful 3D. Can you see butterfly there? We've got a beautiful acetate on the wings here as well. So hopefully now, see if my guns are ready. I did this last time. I forgot to put my gun on, didn't I? We're nearly there, we're nearly there. Let's just recap what we've used for 2 seconds. So we have used our gorgeous starlight paints, and I've used amethyst, the blue and the emerald. Favourite colours, emerald. Then I have used the green, the light blue and the yellow in the mixed media ink sprays. Okay. We have used the starlight waxes in the black and the white gold. Oops, no point showing like that. There you go. Okay, black and the white gold. And we've used the structure paste, which is a must for everybody. Fantastic. We've used our Mandy-Jane glue, because the glue that sticks most things. Lovely for your chipboard, really good for your chipboard elements. But the star of my show is the brand new stencils from our lovely Sue from Imagination Craft. Oh, we've got our bubbles. We've got our bubbles. But these, stars, stars and stars, that's all it is. I love them. So we have got our, very blue. Yours won't be that colour, I promise. So you've got our beautiful dragonflies, all our elements on there. Masculine, masculine and feminine, anything you like. And then we have got our beautiful butterfly stencil and all these worker elements around it. I think it's fantastic. We've got all these smaller butterflies as well underneath there. I'm hiding them for you. But this, just on its own, as again, masculine and feminine, planets, you name it, you can do it. You can even change them into gears and cogs. So much you can do with them. Right, let's get our gun back in now. Whee! Right then, so I've got my glue gun. There we go. So what I'm going to do, okay, is I am going to glue this to the back of a butterfly. Okay, so I'm going to pop some glue down here. I'm making sure it's the same size as my spring. This is the hot glue one. Okay, and then I'm going to pop it on. There we go. Trying to get that bit in there as I can to it. Okay. Just check that is on there. It is on there. Then I get my dragonfly. The same again. Want to make sure I've got the glue where the spring is going to be. Okay, so I'm going to put my head down here. Let me just lift that flat bit up a bit so it goes up my body. There you go. So I'm just checking you can't see it from the top. Give that a couple of seconds to set. And the good thing about these wires is that once it's all dry, you can adjust them up or down. So you can, bend them, do whatever you want to do. And that is how we do it. Let me just lift it up, see if it's dry enough to pull up. See? And then, here we go. what I will do is I shall pop on just a little bit hot glue on the back, sorry, a little bit on the back here, and all that does is that is going to secure my springs. You're not going to see the back. And then when that is dry, okay, because all I've done in the original, I'll show you the original one now, leave that to dry. Again, up or down, depends where you want them to sit, but you can have them, because the wires, once they're set, there you go, you can lift them up or down, you can twist them in any direction you want, because it's only a very soft wire, and we get that beautiful depth. I bring in the original one again, and we talk through this just 2 seconds. There you go. So we have got, can you see the springs? We've lifted them away from our canvas. There you go. And the colours, can you see that starlight flash? It's absolutely stunning, isn't it? So we have used our brand new stencils. We've got the circle come with the butterfly stencil. The words will come with our dragonfly stencil along with all the other elements. The bubbles here are our bubble bath stencil, which is available from Crafts Companion on their website. And we have used the beautiful, beautiful starlight paints onto watercolour cards. Again, that is my favourite card. We've used it on 2 acetate because we can paint with acetate and glass with this paint. And the same with the butterfly here. Main elements from your 1 stencil set. So you've got your 2 stencils, sorry, but look, you can make your main butterflies, or you can make them as a flat element on here. It's whatever you want it to be, but it's such an amazing new set. You're going to absolutely love it. I know you are, and I think it's going to be amazingly busy when Sue brings this. The ODS, the 31st of August on Hochanda, launching at 6 o'clock. So please be there with us. Sue will be doing the shows. I'm there just to help out in the background. So please say hello to us. We'd love to hear from you and let us know what you think about our lovely new product. I can't help it. Sorry, love it. Absolutely love it. Sorry, not because I made it, just because of the actual stencils on it. So I'm going to pop the camera up now. Here we go. So I hope you enjoyed that, okay? Not too long a tutorial for you today, but I'm just super, I don't know if you can tell, I'm super excited about these new stencils because there's so much you can do with them, and you want to see what our design team have come up with. Boy, you are going to be so excited when you see it. You're going to want them all. And Sue has got some fantastic demos coming up, so please tune in. If you can't tune in, set a record, but please don't miss the show. She's got some fabulous techniques for you. We've worked really hard on this show for you, and I really do hope to see you there. So I hope you enjoy the rest of your bank holiday weekend. I'm trying to think now, I'm not here next Sunday. Yeah, I'm not here next Sunday because me, Sue and the lovely Sarah Lou from Imagination Crafts, we're actually up in the Evesham, Crafts Companion Evesham store doing workshops on the demo day. So if you come along and celebrate their birthday, we'd love to see you there, okay? So for now, enjoy the rest of the weekend and thanks for joining me, and I'll see you soon. Okay, bye.